Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. Welcome back to Movie Monday. So we're keeping it with the theme of buddy cop movies. I enjoy watching these. They used to be my favourite genre of movies to watch. Now it's superheroes, but I still love buddy cop movies. Recently we saw the Rush Hour trilogy, then it was the Bad Boys trilogy in 4K, and now it's Lethal Weapon quadrilogy. There's 4 of these. Not 4K obviously, but still. Glorious 1080p, regular Blu-ray. I'm looking forward to watching these because I love these movies. I feel like, at least from my point of view, they're underappreciated movies in terms of this genre and movies in general. But maybe that's because I'm talking to the wrong crowd. I feel like the people who remember these movies are older people, older than me even. The first one came out in 1987, so that's when this franchise started. But then again, the 4th one came out in 1998, which, I mean, it's still a while ago, but it was in my lifetime at least. But still, like, they're old. I get it, they're old. It started in the late 80s, finished in the late 90s. I get it. But still, I do feel like compared to Rush Hour and Bad Boys, not to compare them, but I feel like compared to those, these ones are a bit underappreciated. Donald Glover and Mel Gibson is a duo that, for me, shouldn't work. Like, it's even less than Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker or Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. These two, this really shouldn't work, but it does. The chemistry is so good. This partnership between Donald Glover and Mel Gibson in this buddy cop genre, it works so damn well. And it's no wonder they got 4 movies, because they killed it in all 4 of them. They were brilliant. And I love these movies. They're real classics, and I really enjoy watching them. So it's also been maybe half a year since I last watched them, so I look forward to rewatching them right now, because they are elite and underappreciated. If you've never seen these movies and you like action comedies, I highly recommend them. They are worth it. Anyway, they're all only like 2 hours long as well. I didn't remember them being longer for some reason. But yeah, I don't even know how I found these, considering they weren't really my generation. But I guess because I loved the genre so much, I must have looked for them. Either that or I saw one on TV and watched the rest. It's one of the two, but I honestly can't remember how I found this franchise. But I am glad I did, and I got the Blu-ray box set right here. I did have a much better designed DVD box set, but I wanted to upgrade. My only regret is getting rid of the other case. But anyway, yeah, this cardboard sleeve is a bit unnecessary, but you get your 4 case holders inside. A very basic box set for some amazing movies. Sorry, I just realized I mentioned Donald Glover. It's Danny Glover. I don't know why I got those two names. One element that I really love about these types of movies is the 2 characters. Their personalities are different, which leads to them not getting along. They lead different lives. They think differently, but somehow they've got to work together to achieve common goals. And in this one, it's about 2 cops. Mel Gibson is a loose cannon. He has a dark past, he is suicidal, and he is crazy. And he doesn't like being called crazy, even though he knows he's crazy. He does crazy things. He's a madman. And also, he has mental health issues. He has serious problems. He's suicidal. All that stuff. And he's a loose cannon. But for some reason, he's still allowed to be an on-field cop. I guess that's America for you. But Danny Glover, he has sanity. Like, he's a normal man. He's a family man. He has a big family with kids, a nice house. He lives as a cop, you know. He's gonna have a hard time, sure, with policing, but personally, he's settled down. He has a family. He's doing okay. He has sanity to him. And Mel Gibson's character, he does not have sanity to him. He's crazy, he's suicidal, and no one wants to work with him. But Danny Glover's character has to work with him. And also there's quite a big age difference as well. Danny Glover's character is a lot older, and Mel Gibson's character is a bit more on the young side as well. I'm never the best at explaining these things, but the point is, they're so different. They're so far apart. It's even further apart than Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan. Like, it's not just the actors where you think it shouldn't work, it's also the 2 characters in the movie. It's just like, there's no way these 2 characters work together properly. But they made the whole franchise out of it, and it's amazing, you know. The actors did a great job, and the characters, the way they build this relationship between the two, it's very interesting. And it also delves into mental health issues. And this is a movie from 1987, and you know, it has diversity as well. They did a lot of things right in this, and the main thing is, you got to do the story right. You got to make the content of the movie correct. Especially in this type of movie, you got to get the action correct and the comedy correct and the story correct. They got it all well. They got it all well done in this movie, and the two characters, they have great chemistry. They help carry the movie, and these movies just work. All four of them, they just work. But I'm looking forward to the second one, especially considering there's a specific moment that relates to Godzilla vs. Kong. Another thing that's different between them is Mel Gibson wants to kill people, you know, kill the criminals. Danny Glover wants to do things by the book a little bit more. But when you mess with a man's family, things can change. And I just got done watching the first one, because it's been quite I don't remember, it must have been half a year ago. But there's quite a few details that I forgot about this movie. I remember the main plot of it, I remember the villains, I remember the characters, but there are some parts I don't remember, so quite a bit of it felt quite fresh to me. But yeah, I think this still holds up. This one, 1987, decades ago, a long time ago, but I still think it looks good and it holds up in this day and age. I think it looks good. So yeah, and it only gets better from here quality wise. I enjoy all of them. I never really thought about ranking them, to be honest. Maybe I'll tell you what I think after each movie in this video, because I just remember enjoying all four of them. So I don't remember ever ranking these, so that'll be something interesting to do. But yeah, first one is a solid movie, and I love how they get along at the end as well. But yeah, the way they take on the villains at the end, it was satisfying. It was really satisfying the way they took the villains down. But yeah, good movie, good movie. On to the second one when I get the chance. There's actually a lot of special features in this. I need to check them out at some point. Anyway, number 2 is loaded and ready. So today is Euro 2020 final day, and England are in the final, and I'm very nervous, extremely nervous. The game is 3 hours away and my heart is racing. I need to relax a bit, and I think a movie is a good way to go. Lethal Weapon 2 is, of course, the chosen movie. I'm recording this quite early. I'm recording this before the Bad Boys episode comes out. So yeah. Well, I mean, the third and fourth one will be recorded after, probably, considering it's Sunday now and Bad Boys 1 is on Monday. You know, the guy they're chasing down in the opening scene of Lethal Weapon 2, I thought he looked familiar, and I was thinking Rush Hour FBI agent. So I double checked on IMDb, and yes, he was in both Rush Hour and Lethal Weapon 2. Always love seeing actors in movies they're in before movies that I've seen them in. I love how Riggs, despite how crazy he is, he just gets along with Murtaugh's family. It's so good. It's heartwarming. But also, Murtaugh seeing that condom advert featuring his daughter was hilarious. The backstory behind Riggs's wife and the way she died and what he was doing that day, it's very heartbreaking. It really is. Especially when he explains it in Lethal Weapon 2. And you can see why he was so suicidal in the first movie as well, because of what happened to her and how he could have prevented it. It's one of those very tragic stories, and the fact that a little pen triggered all those memories, that's brutal, that's deep. You know, it's a buddy cop movie, has comedy in it, but there's some real serious plot lines in this, some real serious plot lines. I forgot the antagonist from Home Alone was in this. Not Marv, the short guy. Joe Pesci, yeah. I can't remember what his character name was in Home Alone. I forgot he was in this. I should remember that. I should remember that. It's interesting, the part of this movie where it's about freeing South Africa, because the villains are South African and there's protests about freeing them. And considering this movie came out in 1989, the timing of that was very interesting. There's also like a hint to it on, like, there's a sign on the fridge in the first movie. Just saw the dislocated shoulder scene, which Godzilla vs. Kong reference, when Kong put it back into place against the building. Yeah, it's an awesome reference. They even credited the movie at the ending of Godzilla vs. Kong, at the end of the credits. But when you see it in the movie, the context is not funny. The context is very serious and very deep. It's one of maybe the darkest part of the movie, actually. It's also even deeper because he's just found out how his wife died exactly. He didn't know the full story. This whole time he blamed himself, but he just realised that it wasn't actually his fault. Something else happened. these movies, they have some dark. I remember the third and fourth one are a lot lighter toned, but yeah, these first two, jeez, the plot lines, crazy. The finale on the boat is absolutely crazy. Anyway, yeah, this is an enjoyable movie. I'm gonna watch the Euros now, and hopefully England win. If not, I'll have the third movie to cheer me up, I guess. Probably won't cheer me up, but still, you know. These are enjoyable movies, either way. So, we lost the Euro final. I'm gutted. I'm gutted. It was a big final, big chance to win, and didn't happen. Anyway, this is a different channel. It's the wrong channel to talk about that anyway. I thought, to cheer myself up, I'll watch Lethal Weapon 3 instead of live streaming on Twitch. And I'm already starting to get cheered up, because this opening scene of them trying to disarm a bomb, it's pretty funny. Maybe not as funny as the toilet bomb in the second one though. A last minute Pizza Hut just before they closed to cheer me up a little bit more. Doesn't make up for it, but you know, at least you know, pizza, Lethal Weapon 3, not a bad combination. So that highway chase scene where Riggs chases two guys who are running away in this train/car hybrid vehicle, I guess, and he's on his bike chasing him down the highway and ending in a construction site. Such a good chase scene. I love that. It doesn't last very long. It doesn't last long enough, but it's an awesome chase scene. I love good chase scenes, and this is a chase scene that I enjoy watching whenever I rewatch these movies. Also, the badass woman that they added into this franchise, she's in the fourth one as well. I knew she was badass. She's always been awesome to watch in these movies. I just realised she's Rene Russo, because I looked up the cast. Sometimes when I watch movies, what I do is I look up the cast on IMDb, just like see what they've been in. I like to do that quite a lot, to be honest. I'm not the only one who does that, am I? I hope not. But she's played by Rene Russo. I'm just like, oh yeah, that is Rene Russo. She's Thor's mum in the MCU. She was in the first two Thor movies and Avengers Endgame as well, in the time travel scene where Thor talks to his mum. Same actress, and it's obvious. I mean, she looks the same. I mean, she looks like, obviously this is from decades ago. She's a lot younger, and hair's a bit different. But I still should have recognised her, to be honest. But yeah, I think she just clocked that. Thor's mum. She's awesome in this, by the way. The way she beats people up, badass cop. Badass cop, a great addition who works with the main two cops of the movie. They put her in and she fits so well. Adds to the comedy, adds to the action, adds to the awesomeness. Elite. It's interesting how this whole movie, Murtaugh wants to retire and he's got like 8 days left at the start of the movie, and basically this movie takes place over those 8 days and they're trying to take down these crazy villains. A lot more lighter toned, a lot more comedy in this, not as serious. There are some serious scenes as well. The villains are pretty serious, and the final battle is pretty awesome as well in the construction site. But yeah, overall a fun movie to watch. Murtaugh wants to retire the whole time, Riggs wants to give up smoking, but in the end things take U-turns, we'll put it that way. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's enough credits in this one as well. I'm just gonna double check, unless it was just the audio I just heard. Anyway, yeah, if I was to rank these so far, I'd say 2, 1, 3. And I enjoyed 3. I just think it's great. But the first two movies, I just love the storyline behind them as well. So, and the second one was really deep. So, yeah, 2 the best one for me, then 1, then 3. But all awesome. On to the fourth one. Actually, yeah, as I played this fourth one, there was an after-credit scene in Lethal Weapon 3 right at the end. In the opening scene of the movie, they try and disarm a bomb. In this one, they're responding to a call in the after-credit scene for another bomb situation, and it's another funny scene. So yeah, it's cool. I just love how it works, man. Danny Glover and Mel Gibson, they're a crazy duo and they're hilarious. The way they argue with each other, it's elite. Anyway, it's Lethal Weapon 4 time. Let's do this. I wonder if they planned this. I wonder if they planned a trilogy and then let's do a fourth. They have got a TV show as well, but it's different, completely different actors. I never watched it because I'm just like, probably wasn't very good. The opening scene of Lethal Weapon 4 is one of the most memorable scenes for me in the entire franchise. I remember that scene from when I first watched it. That scene has always stuck with me because of how funny it is and just how crazy it is. There's a guy in this protective suit with a flamethrower, just causing havoc, setting things on fire, blowing things up. He's got a flamethrower in one hand, machine gun in the other hand. Riggs and Murtaugh are the first cops to try and take him down. And while they're having this crazy gunfight hiding behind the car, they first of all they try and drive into him, but they're hoping that he doesn't turn around, and then he does turn around, so that goes wrong. That's out the window. They're taking cover behind the car now. The guy is shooting bullets through the car. They're just about surviving. And Riggs is like, alright, take off your clothes, get in your underwear, and go and walk out and cluck like a chicken, and that will distract him so I can shoot him in the oil tank from his flamethrower. A plan that a plan that shouldn't work, but it does. Murtaugh, big Danny Glover, in his red and white boxers and nothing else, just walks out, distracts the flamethrower guy, which gives Riggs enough time to explode him, basically, to kill him off. And then after they take him down, Murtaugh's excited. He's like, did it work? Did I do good? And Riggs is just like, nah, I was just trying to see if you'd do it. The way I explained it isn't the best, but the scene itself, when you see the scene itself, is the funniest thing, man. It's the funniest thing. I love it. And also, I forgot the part of the scene where, while they're under gunfire, hiding behind the car, they share secrets with each other that they should know themselves. So Murtaugh tells Riggs that Lorna is pregnant and Riggs is going to be a dad, which is crazy for him considering what he's lost, but now he's going to have a family. But so for some reason Lorna told Murtaugh instead of Riggs. She told Murtaugh before Riggs, which is quite funny. And then Riggs knows something. He knows that Murtaugh's daughter is pregnant, so he's going to be a grandfather. So Riggs tells Murtaugh he's going to be a grandfather. Murtaugh has told Riggs that he's going to be a father. And, well, somehow Murtaugh's daughter told Riggs before she told her dad. I also love the additions of other actors like Chris Rock and Jet Li into this movie. Every time they add someone new in, no matter how high profile the name, they always fit into the franchise so well. They find a way to write him in well, and it's great, you know. Sometimes you can put too much in and ruin it, but with this franchise, whatever they do, for me it turns to gold. For me it's just entertaining regardless. And the characters they add in, like Rene Russo in the third one and Chris Rock and Jet Li in this one. I love how Chris Rock's character, who is a police sergeant, he keeps sucking up to Murtaugh, and he's doing that because he's secretly married to Murtaugh's daughter. And Murtaugh has no idea. Riggs knows, Murtaugh's wife knows, Lorna knows, Riggs's girl knows. Everybody knows except Murtaugh. And Murtaugh's wondering why he's sucking up to him constantly. And he comes to the conclusion that he's gay. The comedy in this movie it kills me. It really does. Murtaugh thinks he likes him in a gay way, when in reality it's just because he's trying to suck up to him because he's married to his daughter and he has no idea. This is like a story from a drama, like a EastEnders, like a soap. Chase scene in the highway is so good. I love a good chase scene, and this one has an elite one. They kind of go Fast and Furious mode when they drive through that building. That's a crazy scene as well. That interrogation scene at the dentist with nitrogen is also quite a memorable scene. I remember that one quite a bit. The way they ended Lethal Weapon 4, the final scene with the family and everything, and the credits and the closed book. Perfect ending to the franchise. Perfect ending. And the final fight with Jet Li was awesome as well. I absolutely love the ending credits because it's just a nice photo montage with a nice song in the background as well. So yeah, Lethal Weapon 4 I think is the most fun movie out of all of them. I think the addition of Jet Li as a villain is pretty cool as well, but overall, like, the comedy is hilarious. It's the funniest in this movie. The action is awesome as well. There's a great high-speed chase in this. If I was to rank these movies, 2, 1, 4, 3. And I love the third one, but I have to put it last, unfortunately. 3 is still good. I just prefer the other ones. Number 4, mainly because it's funnier than 3 and the action is a bit better as well. I give 4 the edge over 3, and then 2, especially for the storytelling, is amazing, and then the first one. So yeah, that's my ranking. So no, wait, I said it the wrong way around. 2, 1, 4, 3. That's my order. Lethal Weapon 2, Lethal Weapon 1, Lethal Weapon 4, Lethal Weapon 3. In that order. I love all of them though. They're all great. So yeah, there we go. That's the end of this Movie Monday. I've actually recorded this before Bad Boys 1 comes out. I've chatted up a little bit. It's definitely put me in a better mood. But I'm still not over England losing, but it's just gonna take me a while to get over that anyway. Probably years, but for tonight, this is definitely lightened my mood a little bit, and it's off to work for me on Monday. Anyway, yeah, this is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and see ya.